According to our analysis from the previous part of the question, when t is equal to 0, it is at this point over here. When t is equal to pi, it is this maximum point over here. And when t is equal to 2 pi, it is these coordinates over here. And what the question is asking us for now is when t is between 0 to a, where a is less than 2 pi. So when t is equal to a, maybe we will assume it to be a point that is in between, let's say here, which means that this is the point where t is going to be equal to a. And when t is equal to a, the x coordinates of this point is going to be a minus cosine a. And what we are supposed to do is to find the area of this region. Let's give it a try. So the area is going to be integration from x is minus 1 to here, where x is a minus cosine a of y dx. This is according to what we have learned, and what we are going to do now is to replace everything by t. So for the lower limit, minus 1, it is when t is equal to 0, so 0. And here is when t is equal to a. So a over here, y, I'll just let it be y first. As for dx, I'm going to make use of this. So if x is t minus cosine t, that means dx dt is going to be equal to 1 minus sine t, which means that I'm going to be replacing dx by this, which is 1 plus sine t of dt. So let me rewrite this as dx over dt, which is this expression over here, then multiply by dt. So carrying out our own substitution, t will be starting from 0 to a of y. Y is 1 minus cosine t, and dx is going to be replaced by this over here. So it is 1 plus sine t dt. Let's try to integrate this 0 to a. If I were to expand this, 1 multiplied by this is 1, plus this multiplied by this is sine t. This and this will be minus cosine t, and this will be minus sine t cosine t dt. I'm going to make use of trigo identity to re-express this, and the identity that I'll be using is sine 2a is equal to 2 sine a cosine a, which means that sine a cosine a, which I'm seeing here, will be able to be re-expressed as sine 2a divided by 2. So let's continue to manipulate this 0 to a, 1 plus sine t minus cosine t. This I'm going to re-express it as half of sine 2t dt. Now we can start to do the integration. If I were to integrate 1, it will be t, then integrating this will be minus cosine t, this will be minus sine t, and this will be minus half of cosine 2t minus divided by 2, the coefficient of t, from 0 to a, which means that I'm dealing with t minus cosine t minus sine t plus 1/4 of cosine 2t from 0 to a. Substituting a in, it is going to be a minus cosine a minus sine a plus 1/4 of cosine 2a. Minus away, substituting 0 in, it will be 0 minus cosine 0 is 1, so minus 1, minus sine 0 is 0, plus 1/4 of cosine 0 is 1. So I have this, which means that my final answer will be a minus cosine a minus sine a plus 1/4 cosine 2a, and here it is going to be plus 3/4.